In this module, we will learn about quadrilaterals. Now, think about four-sided closed figures which come to your mind. First one is square. Yes, now you can figure out rectangle. Any other figure? Think about it. Trapezium, rhombus, parallelogram. So you have a collection of four-sided closed figures. These are made of four line segments and that's why known as quadrilateral. Do you get it? That why is it called quadrilateral? Quad means four and lateral means off sides. So you can easily relate that the meaning of quadrilateral means a figure of four sides. Look at the quadrilateral ABCD. It has four vertices as A, B, C and D and four line segments as AB, BC, CD and DE. What is the name of this figure? It is a parallelogram having four angles as angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. And do you know that we can name the angles in different ways? Angle A is same as angle DAB and angle BAD. Similarly, angle B is same as angle ABC or angle CBA. So we can write the name of an angle in different ways. Angle C is same as angle BCD or DCB. Similarly, you can write angle D as angle D as angle CDA or angle ADC. Isn't it so? Is this a quadrilateral? Think about it. It is made up of four line segments. Yes, it is made up of four line segments. So it should be a quadrilateral. And moreover, you have to check whether it is a closed figure or not. So for being a quadrilateral, it should be a closed figure and made up of four line segments. It has four vertices and four angles. Name the vertices as A, B, C and D. Now you can easily check the angles which this figure is having. Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. Now we will study about the different types of quadrilateral. These are the figures of few quadrilaterals which can be named as square, rectangle, rhombus and many can't be even named. But these are four-sided closed figures having four angles, four vertices and made up of four line segments. Now, is a quadrilateral a polygon? In the previous module, you have studied about the polygon. What is a polygon? Any closed figure in which each line segment intersects exactly 2 points. So this is a closed figure. It is made of line segments and each line segment intersect exactly two other line segments. So you can say that a quadrilateral is a polygon. Similarly, you can find out that every quadrilateral is a. In this module, we will perform an activity to prove angle sum property of quadrilaterals. For this, we will make a quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? It is a four-sided closed figure. Now you have to mark the angles of this quadrilateral and name them as angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4 as shown in the figure. Fill them with the same color. Here I have used yellow color. You can use a color of your choice. The next step which we will follow in this activity is cutting down the angles. We will cut down all the four angles and will place those angles in a manner such that each and every angle intersect at a common point. Let me show you how you have to arrange the angles. See, we have to arrange the angles such that they will intersect at one common point and let that point be the center of our figure. Let us see which figure will it forms. You will see that when we arrange all the four angles, it will convert into a circle. Isn't it so? Let's check. Yes, it has formulated a circle. And all of you know what is the measure of a complete circle. Any guesses? Yes, it is 360 degrees. So by performing this activity, we conclude that the sum of the interior angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. In this module, you will learn about the number of diagonals in a polygon. But before that, what are diagonals? Let's look into it. A diagonal is a line segment that connects non-adjacent vertices in a polygon. I repeat, a line segment that connects non-adjacent vertices in a polygon. Look out this polygon. The first one is a triangle. Is there any non-adjacent vertex in this polygon? No. So we will have 0 diagonals. This we will prove with a formula. And the formula is n into n minus 3 upon 2, where n is the number of sides in a polygon. Now our polygon is a triangle and triangle has 3 sides. So n will be 3. Substitute value of n in the formula we will have 3 into 3 minus 3 upon 2. Now 3 minus 3 is 0. So it will become 0. Our next figure is a square. Now you can see in a square there are two line segments that connects non-adjacent vertices. So there are two diagonals. Now we will check this with the formula. Number of sides in a square are 4. So substitute n is equal to 4. 4 into 4 minus 3 upon 2. It will become 4 by 2. So that will be equal to 2. So the number of diagonals in a square are 2. Now the next figure is a rectangle. Number of sides in a rectangle is again 4. So substitute n is equal to 4. We get 4 by 2 again, that is equal to 2. So number of diagonals in a rectangle is also 2 as they were in the square. Now let's check for some other figures. In a pentagon, n is equal to 5 as there are 5 sides. Substitute n is equal to 5. You can solve this in your notebooks. 5 into 5 minus 3 upon 2, that is equal to 5 into 2, 10 by 2. Or you can cancel 2 by 2, the answer is 5. So number of diagonals in a pentagon are 5. Hexagon, number of sides is 6. So substitute n is equal to 6. 6 into 6 minus 3 upon 2. We get 6 into 3 upon 2. Cancel 6 and 2. You will get 3. So the answer is 9. Next is heptagon, a figure having 7 sides. Now n is equal to 7. So 7 into 7 minus 3 upon 2 will become 7 into 4 by 2. That is equal to 7 2s are 14. This is our answer. In an octagon, number of sides is 8. Put in the formula the value of n as 8. 8 into 8 minus 3 upon 2. That is equal to 4 into 5, which is equal to 20. So our answer is 20.